Love to hear from Steena. Steena, what pops up for you when we talk about intentions and decisions?
I was thinking about how I can be very analytical about, like, I can just be very analytical and critical of myself. And so sometimes when I will set an intention or make a decision, I'll add another like step in there, which is having expectations of like the way that things should then turn out and what should now happen. And then when that doesn't happen, I feel disappointed or upset. And sometimes it's just that like the results are delayed, right? Like on a micro scale, it could just be, well, I had dinner ready at 6:30 because I thought my partner was going to be off of his phone call at 6 or 6:15, and he's not ready. Like he's still in the office, so he's still on his call. And so then my expectation wasn't met. And so then I feel let down or I feel disappointed. And I am working on like maintaining the openness of expectation instead of the disappointment. So like still being like excited when he walks in the door instead of mad about the call going long, right? Because it's like definitely like he would rather not be on the call and he would like to be eating dinner with me. And so I just have noticed how something like that will happen, and it can be so easy to kind of get dragged into like the disappointment of it or the frustration of it. And then like on a bigger scale, decisions in my life right now, maintaining openness is like being able to make a decision that doesn't like lock me down. So I was thinking about like something that I do is I'll think about decisions I've made in the past, like big life decisions, like choosing a relationship, choosing a career, choosing a home, like big decisions like that. And I'll be like, what of those decisions, which ones actually felt good when I was making them? Which decisions did I feel in my body? Like, yes, this is a decision I can be proud of. This is a decision I can stand behind. This is a decision that makes sense for me, no matter what happens, right? I feel good about this. And kind of like tapping into those past experiences as a source of power for where I'm at now, to say, okay, here are my options. How do I want to make this decision? Instead of just what decision am I going to make? How do I make it so that it feels really good? Because I've had experiences in the past too, where I make a decision and I think I'm being open and like surrendering to the moment, and I wasn't really. So like when I bought my first house, I hated the house. And the realtor and my partner at the time, my husband at the time, loved it and thought it had so much potential. And then it had, it was a really solid house. And nothing about it felt good to me. And I just decided that I was going to trust these two men to make the decision, and kind of also had the expectation that he would turn it into a good decision, if that makes sense. Like, well, since he's such a fan of this house, it'll turn out okay, And it was like, it was always just an okay house to me. It wasn't a place that I loved to be. And I've had other times where deciding where I live felt very different, and then produced different results. So I think that the feeling that you're feeling when you're making a decision is so important, and keeping that openness to things being a little more flexible and agile, as far as like how the results turn out. And I've noticed too that there's a part of human design where I'm like a taster, And so there's also this like, make the decision and kind of like taste it, you know, like you put the gum in your mouth to see if you like the flavor, you chew it up a little bit and then like decide whether or not you like it. And so that also keeps me in that open energy, because I'm like, okay, I made this decision and I'm gonna like get a taste of it and then see what happens. And it feels so much better that way than like, here's the decision you made. There's no turning back now. You can't make any other decisions. It's like my way or the highway, except it's just me. I'm the one telling myself it's my way or the highway.
Oh, thank you, Steena, for your input. You just made me remember of how many times I've gotten in my own way, girlfriend. Certainly with my decisions and the way that I think about things. And so just in listening to you, Steena, I also could sense your level of anxiety is different when you talk about how you come to your decisions, and that I heard you say that, when I'm not in choice, I'm very anxious. And when I'm in choice, I don't feel that anxiety. And so you just brought up such an important point, right? For us, as we make our decisions and we get to decide, that's the empowering part, is when we're in choice, right? And so thank you for bringing up such an important point to today's discussion.